In this video, I plan to expose all the dirty tactics that were implemented by Robert. I'm also going to give my constructive criticism and advice to the Garcia family on how to counter these kind of attacks. I'm also going to point out some examples where I believe that the referee was acting very biased in the fight in favor of Robert. Let's start by looking at the headbutts. Robert obviously came to make it a dirty fight. Less than 30 seconds into the fight, we see here the first headbutt by Robert. Here he's setting the tone for what's going to be the rest of the fight. He's going to keep charging in with the head right into the face. Here's a better angle, as you can see, square in the middle of Danny's face. Then he follows it up with some looping punches, shoots back in with the head again. So the counter to this is to step back, time him, and get under. Here Robert's giving a good example how he's coming right up inside the middle. It's hard to hit somebody when they're shooting their head right up because you have to be worried about that head making contact. And so you have to counter it. You have to establish that right out the door, because if not, it's going to be a long night of this kind of good shit, them digging their face and stuff. And if you got a referee who's going to allow this it's right in front of his face. Rabbit punch, you got these slick little headshots like that right there. He's seeing that. He's got glasses. He even has a camera on his glasses. So, in the referee's opinion, this must be legal, all these tactics. I don't know where he acknowledges here that Danny has a cut and it was caused by a so-called accidental headbutt. And if it is an accidental headbutt, then where's the warning? Because he didn't give Robert a warning. Now let's talk about the clinch fighting, because damn, there was a lot of it in this fight. And this is where I have to give some of my constructive criticism, because Danny's clinch fighting sucks and he needs to work on it. He can actually take some notes from Robert here, because it's obvious that this is the only way he knows how to fight, because he didn't stand toe-to-toe with Danny at any point in the fight. So Danny's going to have to improve this part of his game and learn to use his swiftness to beat his opponent to that defensive headbutt or clinch and reverse the roles. When he comes at you like this, time him, pop him, get under him, but don't move away. Step into him the way he's doing to you right here. Here you can clearly see he reaches out with the jab, hooks Danny in the back of the head. He's illegally punching him as he's holding him in front of the referee. But what does the referee focus on?
Danny, you gotta let that arm go, Robert.
He's telling Danny, let go of the arm. Never mind, here Robert throws a questionable low blow followed by some rabbit punches right here in front of, but I guess that's all clean. This is okay. The referee, he's letting it go. And on top of that, he keeps yelling at Danny and like distracting him, almost like getting in his head, or giving a perception to anyone who's watching this, or the judges, that it's Danny who's initiating the holding and doing all the dirty tactics in the fight. Danny shouldn't have to be dodging headbutts every time he engages his opponent. That's why you can't count on the referee. You have to be prepared to take matters into your own hands and counter. And this is not something that you can figure out in the middle of a fight. This is something that you're going to have to work in the gym. You're going to have to add this to your game. And then you're going to be able to shut down little clowns like this dead in their tracks. Because I guarantee you there's other fighters out there that are licking their chops. They're looking at this fight and they're thinking, I'm going to come up with a better game plan than Robert did. So don't hate the players. Learn the game. See how he's using the forearm on your neck and he's getting his head right under your chin. Then he's popping you and it's coming right back in with the head. So fight fire with fire and fuck the referee. Now I want to talk about the strategy of distracting jab clinch. by using your jab to get your opponent to flinch or freeze. So whoever can win the jab game is usually going to win the clinch game. Robert has to fight this kind of fight because he lacks the skills to stand toe to toe and actually make an exciting prize fight. Just like Mayweather, who is the master of defensive clinching. You don't see him trying to knock out his opponents. Instead, his distracting jab is about speed and precision in opening up the clinch. Once you perfect your distracting jab, your clinch is going to open up and you're going to avoid a lot of this kind of nonsense. Now I want to talk about running as a strategy for avoiding someone who's charging at you, trying to headbutt you. It's exhausting. It's not a very good strategy. Like here, for instance, he would have been better to come inside instead of trying to jump out of balance way outside like this. Especially with someone like Robert's footwork where he's purposely trying to trip you up. Here's another good example where Danny was inside. He should have pushed off, then thrown that punch, and then clinched again. Here, Danny's swiftness got him in trouble. He jumped so fast into the corner, he fell off balance, and of course Robert jumped all over him, and it just looked a lot worse than what it was. And at the end of the day, he's ending up in a clinch, so why not initiate it and stop trying to land that home run punch on somebody who's coming in head down. It's very dangerous. You're going to catch either a cut or you're going to shatter your fist. For God's sakes, keep your hands up and protect yourself. You should have blocked this elbow on the ropes with your arm. You need to be intrusive instead of elusive. Time shot before the clinch. Danny landed some big shots right before being clinched a few times, which kind of stopped Robert in his tracks. But again, this is very dangerous proposition if you're trying to be elusive. So when he gets this down, like a big shot like that, this big shot, doesn't have to be a home run. Just stun them and shoot in on them. Be unpredictable. When they think you're going to clinch, run. When they think you're going to run, punch. With that said, let's address the wild punch. In this fight, there were a few wild punches like this one here. That's a good way you're going to get your hand broken. If you're going to time somebody for a big shot, let it be an uppercut because they're coming in with their head down. The safest punch is an uppercut or a punch to the body. Now I want to address push off, clinch, and punch. This is the wrong way to push off of a clinch with your arms down. When you push off, it should just be enough space for you to rapid fire a few punches and keep your hands up and with your head down. And you should be ready to shoot back in and clinch. In the clinch, the guy's going to be leaning his weight on you. And if you brace yourself and you're holding his weight as he's leaning into you, you're wasting more energy. Every time you push him back, you're wasting more energy. You need to use his energy against him. Give him a little resistance, time it, and turn your body so you can keep him off balance. Now I want to address the issue of the referee being biased. Here's a situation where clearly Danny moves out of the way, and you got Robert who misses him but decides to tackle him with the hip, almost pushing him out of the ring. So Danny ends up behind him and does a reach around kind of punch in the face, mind you. Not a rabbit punch. So this goes back to perception. Danny didn't do anything wrong, but by the referee calling his attention, he gives the perception that Danny is a dirty fighter.
Listen, when you get tied up in the positions like that, don't hit him like that. All right? And I didn't call over, he pushed you.
And vice versa. By him not pointing out anything that Robert is doing, it gives the perception that Robert is fighting a clean fight. It's clear that Robert's glove touched the ground. That, by the rules, is an automatic knockdown. How is the referee not calling that a knockdown? He keeps repeatedly clubbing on the break And when Angel Garcia is pleading with the referee to do something about the headbutt, he dismisses him and walks away. He's a fucking biased asshole.
Гематома я просто сейчас не очень хорошо вижу. Нет, пока
Да нет, небольшая гематома
пока
под правым
гематома.
глазом, и рассечения нет.
Here's another situation where Robert tries to tackle Danny against the ropes and misses and goes through the ropes. His glove touches the ground, and again, the referee tells him that it's not a knockdown. Relax. Look at how chummy and excited the ref is with Robert's family. I'd love to know what he's whispering to him here. But no love for the Philly boy.
Angel Garcia said after the fight that you were a dirty fighter because of the headbutt. Is there anything that you want to say about that?
Well, every time he came in, he was holding on to me and stuff, and you're trying to push off and get in. You're a left-handed fighter and a right-handed fighter. The heads are going to always clash.
What could you have done differently in this fight? And two, how much gas do you have left in the tank?
There's a lot of gas left in the tank. What I would have done different? Probably stepped on the gas even more.
Robert?
I added this video to the end because Triple G perfectly demonstrates what I feel that Danny is needing to add to his arsenal.
Because mine is very important.
Right?
Yeah, no, more.
Go.
Look at this.
Oh, my.
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can, Yeah, I can. Yeah, and same. Press me. Different. No, like that. No, one, two, three.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh, no. Okay.
Here?
Yeah.
Not here?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah. No. Look. Not. You push me. No. Coach, can you help me? Not like that. Look. This. Little bit. This. This one. Look. Like this. Every time. Little bit down because your hand up.
Oh, yeah.
You want more? Maybe your calf.
Yeah.
Your calf. Look. Like that. And a little bit here. A little bit here. And push. A little bit here. Not here.
Yeah.
Maybe no here. Step. No. Like that. Step. Bam. That's different. No. It's very not good for you. Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe I can't. You push me. Just like that. No. My position is you can't. No. Look. I'm your area like that. Coach. Hey, referee. It doesn't matter. No, like that. No, every time. Look. Say. Try. No. That. Same position. And no. First. 1, 2, and very important like that. 1, 2.
Oh, yeah.
You see? Your cut, not my cut.
Yeah.
I want this.
Yeah.
You trash me. Boom.
Yeah.
No? 1, 2. And maybe I'm tight, you tight. Okay. Like that every time. Okay. This is my control. You see? Trash me. Look. Push me. Boom. Push. Impossible for you.
Yeah.
Because I'm control. I'm tight, you tight.
Yeah. See, you have control.
Yeah, I'm controlling. Maybe bad position for ball, and I control you.
Yeah.
And maybe I want, maybe you try, I want like that. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Your fault.
Yeah.
You're not ready.
Yeah. Every day, let